Okay, in 11, we need to find out which one of those two values is a member of the domain. When it comes to function rules, when we're trying to think about the domain, we really only care about division by 0 and square roots of negative numbers. Fortunately, we're not being asked to find the domain itself. We're just testing to see which one of these will work. So all we have to do is substitute them into the function rule. So first I'm going to substitute 0 and see what happens. When I substitute 0, I end up having to find the square root of negative 9. And that's a situation we're trying not to have. We cannot do this. This is not a real number. So that excludes 0 from the domain. Now I want to make sure, before jumping to any conclusions, that 45 works. If I substitute 45 into this function, I'm going to be finding the square root of 36, which I can do. Even if I couldn't find the square root, as long as that value is non-negative, it wouldn't be a problem. So, x equals 45 is in the domain, leads to a real solution. I think by showing this work here, that's enough of a justification for arriving at the answer. You really shouldn't have to explain that. Okay, number 12. Oh, and I think this is the last one. We are being asked to graph the inverse of the given function. So the easiest way to do this is to remember the big thing. When we see the word inverse, we want to swap x and y. And that includes everything, including just a regular old coordinate pair. So right here we have the coordinate pair 7, 5 on the original function. That means if we want to graph the inverse, we can just swap that and look for the coordinate pair 5, 7. So I know that that point right there is on my new graph. And I just keep moving. So now I have this point right here. This is the point 1, 3. So I swap that, I go to the point 3, 1. And then I have one more over here. The point -7, -5. And when I swap that, I have -5, -7. If I connect the dots, I have graphed the inverse function. The range of that inverse function is pretty simple. I'm just going from the bottom to the top, from y equals -7 to y equals +7, inclusive. And then I'm being asked to find the value of the inverse evaluated at x equals -3. So -1, 2, 3. Right here, it looks like we're going to get -5.